Hi guys, I'm Lilly Keys, celebrity makeup artist, and welcome back to Wedding Bells on Video Jug Beauty. This week I'm going to be doing a very feline, cat eye, Angelina Jolie inspired bridal makeup look. Right, so I've prepped and primed the skin and I'm going to start on the foundation. Today I'm going to be using Chanel Vitalumiere in 10. Put some on my hand and use my foundation brush. Just dab a bit of the colour onto the face. We're going to start from the middle of the face outwards. For concealer today I'm using NARS in Honey. This is a really good creamy concealer and it blends really well on the face. I'm going to be using my fluffy brush from MAC and just going under the eyes, just blending really well. I like to use circular motions when I'm using my brush, but you can put this concealer on with your fingers as well. For the brows, I'm going to start by using a clear brow gel by MAC. You can use a disposable mascara one for this as well, or a clear mascara by any brand, it doesn't really matter. Just getting the brows into place and making them really neat before we colour them in. I'm now going to go in and colour the brows a bit darker, and I'm using this great product from the Smashbox. It's a brow palette. You get a dark one and a light one and the wax to set the brow. So I'm just going to put my brush in all three, and I'm using short feathery strokes from the inwards to out, just to give the brows some real definition. Angelina usually has really perfect arched brows, so that's the look we're going for here. I'm using an eye definer brush by Bobbi Brown. It's really small and angled, so you can get a really good shape. So we're going to go for the lashes now. I'm going to do mascara with Studio Fix Bold Black Lash in black, and we're just going to apply a good few coats on the lashes. I want to fan them out really nicely though, no clumps on the side. Just really wiggling it into the roots, fanning it out. I do about 2 or 3 coats for this look. I've done the bottom lashes as well, and a good tip, especially for this winged cat-like effect that we're going for today, is to get your mascara wand, and you see the tip here, you just get a lot of product, a lot of mascara on the ends, and you just apply them to the outer lashes. So you actually are going quite clumpy at the edge. It gives it a really good winged effect to concentrate the mascara at the end of the lashes. So I'm going to go for lashes next. I'm using these Girls Aloud ones. They're actually Kimberly's from Girls Aloud, and I've chosen these ones because they're more fanning out towards the edge of the eye. So I'm going to be applying the glue on the lash line of the lashes, just with the cotton bud. Make sure it's well covered. And I'm going to be using my tweezers like this, and then I'm going to be applying them in the middle of the eye. Just rest it right on top of the lashes, and then work the corners in. Okay, so for the eyes, I'll be using this really cute palette from Clinique. It's called Mochaberry. I'm going to take my fluffy eyeshadow brush and do the paler colour first. So I'm just brushing this over the lid, really gently. Just give it a good even coverage. With a much smaller brush now, I'm going to be using the same colour that I've just used on the lid, and I'm going to put this colour around the inner corner of the eye. This really makes the eyes pop and makes you appear more awake and eyes appear brighter. It's really good. It's a good tip. Now for the darker colour in the palette, I'm going to be using a smaller angled eyeshadow brush for this, and because this is Angelina Jolie inspired cat eye look, we're really going to be concentrating the colour on the outer corner of the eyes, taking it in very slightly but not too much, because we really want this winged cat eye effect. So we're not going into the socket line for this, we're really just winging it out, and most of the colour is going to be at the end here, and I like to use little circular motions with my brush just to really get the blending in really well. With this smaller brush that I've used from Topshop, I'm going to take the same darker colour from my palette, just going to go in underneath, but also just on the outer corner of the eye. I'm now using my liquid liner, and this is the most important part of this look. I'm using this one by L'Oreal. It's called a Super Liner in Perfect Slim, and really what we're going to be wanting to do is create a really feline flick all across the eye here and slightly underneath. So for the eye, I usually start slightly on the outer corner. Try and follow the natural shape of your eye. That's going to give you the best, most flattering flick. Doing it in short, feathery strokes. Remember to build up as you go. Don't do a massive flick all in one go. So I'm taking this flick about an inch past where the lashes have stopped. I'm now going to be taking it underneath the eye. You can see there I'm following the same line as the top flick, so it joins together in a really nice point. Onto the bronzer, using this great palette from MAC. It's called Warm Light Definitive. It's got this shimmery orange golden sort of glow and then a much darker colour, but together it works really well. And I'm just taking this colour under the cheekbones, taking it under the chin as well. Okay, so for blusher, I'm using Immortal Flower by MAC with my blusher brush. This is a really gorgeous pale corally shade, which is very Angelina Jolie. So we're just gonna apply this on the cheeks. So onto the lips now, and I'm going to be using, first of all, a lip liner. This is called Browny Pink and it's by Bobbi Brown. We're gonna want to really accentuate the lips in this look. So you don't have to go over your lip line, but I'm gonna slightly accentuate Gabriella's lips here. I don't want it to look too crazy. So we'll just go on the edge. I'm using the same lipstick in Bobbi Brown as the lip liner. So this is Browny Pink again. It's number 56. You can get these lipsticks individually from Bobbi Brown. Just gonna fill in where I've done the liner. So this is the easy bit once you've done the liner. This is like a dusky pink color. It's super flattering on a lot of skin tones. I'm now going to be using a pigment from MAC. It's called Vanilla. It's one of my favorite pigments to use. What I'm going to be doing is just putting my fluffy brush in the lid because it's very pigmented. You really have to be careful with this product. I'm going to be using it slightly on the cheekbones. And most importantly for this look, which is all about the lips as well as the eyes, I'm going to highlight the lips. When you use a highlighter around the lips, especially the Cupid's bow, it really makes your lips appear fuller. So if you don't really want to go over your lip line with lip liner, this is what I do. I'm now just going to be applying a little bit of translucent powder on the T-zone just to set the makeup. This one that I'm using is by MAC and it's called Prep and Prime. So here you have it guys, the finished look from today. If you like this look, then please subscribe to Video Jug Beauty. If you'd like me to show you to do a Victoria's Secret inspired bridal look next week, then give this video a big thumbs up. I'll be back then. See you guys, bye.